I went to CBGB's because they used to have Thursday night shows, and I wasn't allowed in. And I came back with 7 maniacs from my neighborhood, maniacs, because my friend Joe Gracie, who's a friend of Jimmy Dresch's, said, I had a crew cut because we used to all shave our head in the summer. I wasn't into hardcore. I had a crew cut just because we would shave our heads because summer's hot, right? And you know, it's the cheapest way to deal with it when you're a kid. And I was a messenger and I had a black eye because we used to, in my friend's basement, we used to put a Blue Oyster Cult record on in super fast speed, a song called Mirrors, which is horrible. Really fast, put the lights out and beat the shit out of each other, right? And I was a messenger and I showed up with my head practically shaved and a black eye. And this guy, Joe Gracie, said, hey, you into hardcore? And I said, you know, what is that? And he says, oh, you know, and he started, I said, oh, you mean like punk rock or something? He's like, no, there's a club with, I told him what we did. We played Blue Oyster Cult in fast motion, beat the shit out of each other. He said, there's a club that does that. And I'm like, no fucking way. I told my friends, they couldn't believe it. So we went to see this, we couldn't get in. And then we saw the Circle Jerks at Irving Plaza with, I don't remember who, but the opening band was like a shockabilly band. So I went with 7 people. Halfway through the shockabilly band, 5 left. 3 or 4 left because they said, this shit sucks. And I was like, yeah, man, Joe told me people are going to go crazy. And nobody was going crazy for the shockabilly band. So they left, and me and my friend Lucho and Graziano. Lucho was maybe 11, and Graziano was psycho. And the Circle Jerks came on, and I couldn't fucking believe it. I was like, holy shit. And that's all I remember is just, I probably was running up and just punching people thinking that this is the shit, you know, I was one of those assholes. But that was my first show. Coolest, Willie No Edge with a cigarette hanging out of his mouth like that. And then there's the hardest, a tie between John Watson and Diego, who both had a way of looking pretty cool doing it. I never could look cool doing it. I got into a really bad fight the night that the Dead Kennedys played in Staten Island with Kraut. And I was just so excited that everyone was going to get on a ferry. I missed it because we had a fight in Astoria. The 2+2 Club, because they had an elevator. John Dancy, Johnny Feedback, Unbiased. Oh gosh, I would say, I don't know. I'll leave those 2. I'll make it top 2.
Greatest hardcore show you saw back in the golden era of hardcore?
Best ever, Minor Threat, The Mob, and Urban Waste at CBGB's. The best. Vinnie Stigma once saying to me, and this is a sign of the times, he said, you know, Ditto, you know why we shave our heads? Because we don't want to be fashionable. Those fucking people with mohawks, they want to be fashionable. Who knew that shaving your head, skinhead, was going to be the biggest hit, you know? No. They were better. It's one of the few myths that are bigger than the myth. As Allen Ginsberg would say, don't follow my path to extinction.
That's good.